We're going to do a Leesha Loves video today. I have been meaning to do one of these again for a long time. I haven't filmed one of these in a long time, and I know that monthly favorite videos are really popular. I'm not sure if this is going to be a monthly thing, but I kind of just wanted to talk about things that I really like lately. So I will start with beauty things. The first thing is the Too Faced Hangover Face Primer. So I've had this for a while. I just kind of used other things, and then I just recently came back to it and I really like it. So it has coconut water, electrolytes, and probiotics in it, and so it really kind of just makes your face feel like, or look more like awake and like have life in it, which is why it's called the Hangover, and it's got RX on there, so it's like the cure. So if you feel awful and like tired, stuff like that, it's going to help make you not look it, at least. So I like it too because it's a very thin formula and it sinks into the skin really quickly, which is always really nice. Sometimes you get primers that have a lot of silicone in them, so they're really like slick, but they don't seem to like set quickly. This one does. So I've been liking this a lot lately, and I've been using it almost every day. I've also been trying to get more into contour and highlighting. I've always done this, but I've never like really focused on it. And if you have an Instagram, I'm sure you know that like the thing is contour, highlighting, and brows. That's like the big thing on Instagram. I wanted to get more into that and more into specifically cream contours because I have a lot of powder contours, and powder contour kits are like there's like every company's coming out with them, and now cream contours like the new thing that there's more of those too. So the one that I've been using a lot lately is the Smashbox Contour Stick Trio, which I will have a review for this at the end of the week. And it's neat. It's got 3 pencils that have a dark shade, a medium shade, like a lighter than the darkest shade, I guess, and then a highlight shade. And so I've been using that a lot too, and I do really like it. I think it's neat how you can kind of carve out your face, and it's kind of like drawing. I think it's a little bit easier than a powder. Powders are much more subtle, but if you want to kind of bring the contour like up a notch, I guess, then the cream is a way to do that. As far as eyeshadows go, if you saw my Sephora haul, you probably know what I'm gonna say, but the Makeup Forever Artist Shadows I've been using a lot lately. So when I went to Sephora last week, I got 6 of them. Because when you get more than one, you get a discount. So when you get 3, you get $20 off. So it comes out to $44 on their own. They're $21 each. And so I picked up 6 of them. This was one palette. I have all these colors on my eyes right now. And this was the other palette. And so I have some of the artist shadows already, but in like palette form. So I really wanted to pick up some of these. I wasn't going in expecting to get them, but now I'm like, I need them all. There's so many cool colors that Makeup Forever has, and this formula, the artist shadows, they've renovated all of their eyeshadows to be this new formula, and it's amazing. It's so like buttery soft, and like if you guys watch my tutorials, you know that pretty much no matter what, I use the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk as a base. These work better without it, meaning they are super pigmented and nuts with no base underneath them, and it's awesome. This green is, I have it on the lids right now, and it's honestly, I can't think of any other eyeshadow ever that is as pigmented and silky, and the consistency, the texture. I can't say enough good things about these eyeshadows. I have some of the palettes. One of the palettes I have is called the Studio Kit or Studio something. It's not available anymore, but it came in this gigantic like case thing, and then when you opened it, the eyeshadows were in here and it had a mirror, but this is just super bulky. And then I realized that the eyeshadows were in this like foam insert, and you could easily take them out with some tweezers, and they were magnetic. So I took a Z palette and I moved them, and this was 12 of the eyeshadows. Obviously, they are much smaller than these. Those are more like dime size, but I mean, size difference, this is so much better. So I'm really glad that I moved it out, because this, I wasn't using them because this was somewhere that, you know, wasn't convenient. Now I'll use these a lot more, and this is 12 more of the eyeshadows. So I am super excited. I have a tutorial going up on Wednesday. That is the look I have on right now, and it's using those new colors, and it's awesome. This is on my like super loves. Leesha loves is like an understatement. It's more like Leesha obsessed. So on to hair. My straightener that I've been using lately is the Paul Mitchell Nero. So I've never used Paul Mitchell straightening and tools, basically, hair tools. I've used their products, like their hair shampoo, conditioner, that kind of stuff, but never their hair tools. And so one of my friends recommended this and said it was amazing, better than GHD, which I've always used GHD products. And this was on Amazon, so I picked it up, and I do really like it. It's got a lot more flexibility than GHD. GHD is just on and off, and it turns off after 30 minutes, which is awesome because there have been times when I forgot to turn off my straightener. This one has an on-off, and you're able to change the temperature between 360 degrees to 450 degrees, and it also turns off automatically after a certain amount of time. And it's got these tourmaline, I believe is what it is, plates, and I've really been liking it. It heats up in pretty much 30 seconds, which is awesome. And I also, for the first time in years, upgraded to a 1.5-inch flat iron because because my hair has been short, I've always used a 1-inch one. And now I have this one that's a little bit wider, and I've been really liking it. I've been liking the results I've had with it, so I'm very happy with it. Another thing in the beauty realm I've been loving are matte liquid lipsticks. The newest ones that have come out that I've tried, at least, I know a lot of companies are coming out with them. It's a very popular thing in the beauty world right now. But I have the Anastasia ones. So the colors that I have are Milkshake, I have Bloodline, and then I also have Neon Coral, which is downstairs because I wore it yesterday. Which I was surprised that I really liked it because it's quite a bright corally color, and I was worried it wouldn't work with my hair color, but I thought it looked pretty awesome. So I've been liking these a lot. They're actually really kind of an interesting consistency if you've never used them. They kind of remind me of paint, just like paint you'd put on the walls. So it's like pigmented but kind of liquidy. So when you apply it, you kind of have to slow down and not really rush to apply it to make sure that you get those crisp lines around your lip lines. But once it's on, it dries down to a matte and it sets. It's good. The only way it's going to not be set anymore is if you use like a lip balm or a lip gloss. Something over top of it's going to take away that matte, obviously, and then it's also going to make it not long wear. But it still looks really pretty. So yesterday when I was wearing Neon Coral, I had applied my Jack Black lip balm over top. It wasn't set, but it still looked really nice, and then it kind of helped me out because my lips felt really dry, so I just applied that. Still looked good, still didn't like kind of separate sometimes like long-wear products can, and it just wasn't set. Like I couldn't touch my lips without it coming off, if that makes sense. But if you don't apply anything over top of it, you're good. So these have been something that I've really liked lately, and I definitely want to get a couple more. On the topic of Netflix, what I have been absolutely loving lately is The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. This came out, I think, last week, and it's awesome. It's a Netflix original, and it's produced by Tina Fey. It's very 30 Rock, and it's about this girl that Erin from The Office, so she was in Bridesmaids too, and she was part of this cult, sort of, where this guy like kept her and these other women underground for 15 years, telling them that the apocalypse came and they couldn't go out because the world was basically dead. And then she comes out, and so she's like 30 years old and trying to figure out how to live life when she's been, you know, underground for 15 years. And it's really funny. Like I said, it's very 30 Rock. The music's very 30 Rock. It's produced by Tina Fey. It's super cute. So if you need something new to watch on Netflix, totally watch that. I love it. The song's been stuck in my head for like the last few days that I've been watching it, and it's just adorable, and I really like it. It's really funny. So totally recommend that. So that's pretty much it. I guess the only other thing that I'm excited about is we're going to be painting a couple more walls in my house, like doing some accent walls in the loft, downstairs. We're going to paint the bedroom. My bedroom is the worst place ever because it's all white walls and it's very, very boring. And so I'm very excited to like finally be getting all this done. I think that I'm going to move my filming area to my office downstairs. Why I didn't do this to begin with, do not ask me. I get impulsive with stuff, and sometimes I decide I'm not right, so we're gonna move this. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, and it's gonna take a lot of time, obviously, because there's a lot, and you can't just, like, overnight it, even though my brain wants me to overnight change my stuff. But I will keep you guys all in the loop with that. Once this is all set up, we could do a new beauty room tour or a house tour once everything's done with that, but it's pretty much like a work in progress, so I'll keep you posted. I'll have a tutorial on Wednesday, and I'll see you soon.